Hey everyone, welcome. This is Jason Clemmons, Doctor of Chiropractic at the Rock Health and Wellness Center. And this is Life with Jason Clemmons, DC. We are coming to you a little pre-recorded tonight. We did this earlier today so you guys could enjoy the evening, but we got a show for you tonight. This is Monday, September 2nd. It's Labor Day. And I know that we're not going to take up a lot of your time, but I thought I'd share a little bit of this Labor Day with you because I got something I just want to share with you. I want you to know about it. And so we're just going to take a few minutes of your time tonight and just share it. But first of all, I would like to welcome everyone that's listening in Littlefield or the surrounding areas of Littlefield who likes our Littlefield Facebook page. We finally got this going for you guys. This is actually the beginning of our second year of Life with Jason Clemmons, DC. We started September last year. We've done an entire year of shows. You can go back to our Facebook page at the Rock Health and Wellness Center's and the Lubbock page, and you can get all those shows. You can go back to YouTube at Health from the Rock, or you can watch them on Twitter at Jason Clemmons DC. You can catch us on any of those pages if you guys are new to the show. What we have is a live show that we do every Monday through Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. We're live at the Rock Health and Wellness Center studios in Lubbock, and we're live also on 98.7 Walk by Faith Radio and 1420 AM Lubbock Christian Nation. So we're doing a live radio show and a social media show all at the same time. And everything we talk about on this show is to try to improve your health and wellness. So thank you guys for watching the show. Share it with your friends. Let us know if we can help you. If you want to come by and get adjusted, just let us know. We've got some help now, and I think we got some things going for you guys in that area. So that's great. We're glad to have you guys join us. Man, I don't have a lot on the agenda tonight, but I just have one. It's such a big thing that I just thought I would share it with you because this weekend I got to go watch the opening football game at Texas Tech. Texas Tech played Abilene Christian University, and they just spent a bunch of people got together and decided we're going to need a new south end zone. And they built one of the most beautiful south end zones of a football field I've ever seen in my life. It is amazing. It is an amazing experience. And we got to go there. Caitlin, my daughter, works for the Double T Varsity Club, and so we got to help participate in the tailgate. We got to help participate in the downstairs of the Double T Varsity Club stuff, and it was just fantastic. We're underneath the team. The team walked out right there next to us. We could walk out on the porch, and there's a little railing, so you're standing outside. You can see the whole thing. Inside, there's a bunch of TVs inside, so it was great. I sat at a table most of the game. I had Alabama up in their game going. I had Notre Dame and A&M going. I had Tech going. I could look out the window and see the Tech game. It was great. It really, I can't, man, all those people that donated money to make that thing happen over the last couple of years, it was a really big deal, and it was really fabulous. There was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun on Saturday night. The weather was beautiful. It was about 80 something degrees. We had no rain. It was just great. The drone show was great. The band was great. The stadium was packed. People stayed to the very end. There was lots of energy. There was lots of enthusiasm. All that stuff was fantastic. But one thing that happens this time of year that I really wanted to share with everyone, and I couldn't help but use such a great example to share it with you, is that when your expectations don't meet your reality, it's very frustrating. Or we could say it the other way around too. When your reality doesn't meet your expectations, it's very frustrating. And half the people in America who are football fans at this time of year, every weekend, and sometimes we've got Thursday night games, Friday night games, Saturday night games, Sunday games, and Monday night games. So if you're a fan of sports and you're a fan of football and you have a team that you're rooting for, then half of you are going to be very frustrated, and then half of you are going to be like walking around feeling great about yourself, right? Because every half of the teams every weekend are going to lose, and half of the teams are going to win. So just like it has been lots of times in the past, and I know this for a fact because part of the reason I'm sitting here doing a show with you is because in 1997, 98, 99, I coached football at Texas Tech. And in 1997 and 1999, we lost to the University of North Texas. And I don't know if you guys really understand what that means, but if you lose to North Texas and you're at Texas Tech, there's a probability, I don't know how, that you will get to do something else in life. You will not be coaching football for a long time. So that's what happened to us. Coach Dykes retired. I lost my job. It's not because of that North Texas game, but it had a lot to do with it, right? But Coach Leach came in, and I ended up in the chiropractic world. And if we'd have won those two North Texas games, you probably wouldn't be seeing me tonight on this show. So that was in 1999, 1997, 99. So that was 25 years ago that actually happened. Okay. The very next week in 1999, we beat Texas A&M. I've got a part of the goalpost that we tore down. They were the number 5 team in the country. The very next week, we beat them 21-19. So one week we lose to North Texas, and the very next week we beat Texas A&M, the number 5 team in the country, on the same field with the same kids. The same kids. We didn't change anything. It just worked out. And I'm not going to get into all the details of why that happens at Texas Tech, but we played Abilene Christian, and Abilene Christian's a good school, and they got a bunch of good players, and they did a really fantastic job. But there's a lot of expectations that the amount of money we put into the program and the amount of the Big 12 should be able to beat the Lone Star Conference, and we should win that game, and we should win that game by 35 points, and everybody should go home happy, and that's that, right? It didn't happen that way. Abilene Christian did a great job. They had a great plan. We didn't do a very good job playing defense, and we let them down a couple of drives on offense, and the game ended up going into overtime, and we scored first, kicked an extra point. Then Abilene Christian scored, and they decided to go for 2 to win the game, and they tried to run the quarterback draw, and it didn't work, and we stopped them, and we beat them 52-51. So the good thing is we got our victory. We're 1-0, no problem, right? But boy, there's a lot of people mad. There are a lot of people upset about the outcome of that game, and that's what I just want to share it with you for a second. I want to share with you what's happening to you neurologically, right? That's that whole right side unknown. Like, why is this happening? What is going on out there? What are we doing wrong? Why are our guys playing so bad? Why are our coaches coaching so bad? What is happening to us out there? And the further that goes along in the game, the worse our brain gets. Because remember that brain goes from curious to psycho in that right hemisphere. When something is unknown to us, at first it's curious. It's like, okay, well, they completed a pass, they scored a touchdown. It's like, wow, that's okay. They got lucky. They scored 1 touchdown. And then they scored another touchdown. And then it's like, well, wait a minute, what is happening out there? So we start to get curious. And then they score another touchdown. And then you start to move yourself further into that right hemisphere. And then what happens? Then you start firing that sympathetic stress response. Then you start firing your adrenal glands, and that amygdala in that lower right brain starts to release all that stress response. And then your adrenal glands will release cortisol, and your blood sugar is going to go up, and your heart rate's going to go up, and your blood pressure is going to go up. And all of your digestion is going to shut down, and you're going to get sick at your stomach watching the game. Right? You know that's true. You know that's true. Because your expectations, if you're a Texas Tech fan, your expectations and your reality are not matching. And anytime that our reality doesn't match our expectations, it's very frustrating to us. And it will kick us off into that stress response. And you'll have it with your kids, you'll have it with your spouse, you'll have it at work. Just think, when the reality of work isn't matching your expectations, you get frustrated. That's all of us. We all do that same thing. And I'm just trying to present, maybe we can use this as a learning tool and say, because if you're an Abilene Christian fan, you think it's awesome. You're like, dang, we almost beat Tech. How about that, right? Yeah, you are feeling awesome about yourself. You were feeling great about yourself. You were feeling confident about yourself. You were excited about the outcome of the game, right? It's all kind of an illusion in your brain. The thing I know about it is I didn't spend 1 minute over there coaching those guys or recruiting those guys or coming up with a game plan for that game. I didn't have anything to do with the outcome of that game. That's not my why. That's not my thing anymore. My thing is trying to share information with you about being healthy, right? And this is very important because you're going to be sick. It's going to make your immune system work less. It's going to give you less sleep. You're going to be more irritable. You're going to be more irritable with your family. You're going to be more irritable at work. You're going to say more negative things about people. You're going to have more careless speech, and that's what we talked about last week when we took health to church. And all of that comes from that, of what's going on. So just the lesson, the lesson of this weekend for me, and what I wanted to share with you is, number one, hey, let's see if we can keep our emotions a little bit more under control. Okay? What is your why? What is your thing? What is what are you up to? What you're up to is not dictated by the outcome of that game. What you're up to is not relevant to the outcome of the game. So if you would just change your expectations just a little bit, you might enjoy this system. If you've got a child and your expectations and the reality of the child are not matching, there's a really good chance that you're going to be an overbearing, pain in the rear parent. You're going to be one of those parents who abuse your child, mistreat your child, cause problems with other parents, don't get along with your spouse, make some fool of yourself at a game, right? Just because you got so frustrated because of what you had expectations and what happened in reality. You're going to be one of those people who are fans in the stadium, and you're going to be like screaming your head off and making a fool of yourself. Or like the guy standing next to me who drank too many drinks and was drunk down there and standing there, and then he had something to say about everything that was going on the field. And I was like, dude, just calm down. Just watch the game. Just watch the game and see how it comes out. It's not going to define me. The outcome of the game is not going to define me. The outcome of the game, I'm just going there for the entertainment of the whole thing. And you can control a little bit of that in your own brain. So you guys, as we're going through football season, hey, be careful out there. Be careful. Just, hey, see if you can get a big picture. See if you can see the world from a bigger perspective. And then remember what you're all about. It will help you be healthier as we move through the fall. Especially if you're a Texas Tech fan. If you're a Texas Tech fan, you got to understand, sometimes it's going to be that way. Sometimes we're going to lose to North Texas, and the next week beat A&M. That's just the way it's going to go. So can we take this week's game and push it, try to figure out what's going to happen against Washington State? Absolutely not. We can't do that. Nope. Who knows who's going to show up against Washington State? It'll be good. It'll be good. Those guys will be practicing hard this week. The coaches will be coaching hard. We'll be trying to figure out a better game plan, and then we'll just see what happens next week, right? But we're not going to get sick over it. We're just going to enjoy it We're going to enjoy the process. And if you're not a football fan, then God bless you. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff. But maybe you could watch these crazy football fans, and then you could get a little bit better understanding of maybe what goes on in your world as well. Hey, that's all I got for you on this Labor Day weekend. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and we'll be here live, and we'll have another great show for you. So you guys enjoy your evening, and I'll talk to you later.